Good
What's
evening,
up?
everybody. What's up? Good evening. How are you? How has it been? This has been a busy day, of course, for us. It's been a busy week, actually, thus far.
All right, so baby, so for the people who don't know who we are, let's introduce ourselves.
Go ahead.
I'm Jared.
I'm Marquita, and you are live with Conversations with Jared and Marquita every Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard
So tonight we are talking about, do women lose themselves in a marriage? When they're in a marriage, I guess we shouldn't just say marriage, right?
Time. It could just be in a relationship. We could edit it to be in a relationship,
Okay.
but a lot of times it's, I guess, a lot of women lose themselves. I guess we could say in marriage, cause
But I guess it can happen when you're not in a marriage.
yeah.
But okay, so the question is, do women lose themselves in a relationship, especially when they get into a marriage or when they're married? So that's the topic of discussion tonight. But what's up, everybody? We'll get everybody a chance to get in. Let's see who we can speak to.
Hey, Sharnique, T.
Sharnique.
Anders, Tennille Britt.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hello.
Yeah. What's up? What's
Jamie
up?
Chantel. Hello.
What's up, Dana? So this is going to be a very interesting topic of discussion. Do women lose themselves when they get into a relationship, and especially when they are married? Do they lose themselves? That's the topic
First,
of
we
discussion.
need to clarify like, what is lose
Yeah. Yeah.
themselves?
So
What is that?
yeah, we'll do that. We're gonna let a few people get in.
Mm-hmm.
Colin Powell died.
I know. And due to complications from COVID, like this man
Yeah.
is in his 80s and died from COVID.
Yeah, but he was like, don't feel bad for me.
Mhm.
You he was like, I'm almost 85 years old, so I guess he's saying I've lived, I'm good, because he had other diseases that he was dealing with.
Oh man.
hmm What up, Glenn?
Hey Glenn.
Yeah. So
Number one top fan is checked in. Shantae, hello.
what's up, Shantae Marie? So yeah. What else? What else is going on?
Oh, hey Tamika.
What's
Um,
up, Tamika?
in the news, I haven't really paid much attention to it today.
So we did some do-it-yourself stuff. Just move over a little bit,
Oh
babe.
yeah,
So we did this area. Can I do that? Yeah, no,
yeah.
it's good.
Pages.
So yeah, we did this area yesterday, and we're still working on it. So just a do it yourself stuff. We wanted to see if we could stomach going bold with the black.
Yeah,
I
it's
think we like
good.
it though.
I like it. Mhm.
Sophia, what's up?
Hi, Sophia.
Good evening to you. All right. So any questions y'all got for us? We're gonna jump in a moment and talk about, do women lose themselves when they're in a marriage, or especially when they're or in a relationship, especially if they are in a marriage. We're gonna talk about that. But before we talk about that, are there any questions, anything that's pressing on anybody's mind? Have y'all had anybody had any fights that they want to talk about in
Live.
between their relationship, or with their mate? What's going on?
Mhm.
Yeah, what's going on?
Let's get ready to rumble.
The holidays are here.
Yes, already. It's October, but they're here.
Yeah, we are. Fall is here.
I,
It's getting. What's up?
I saw Stanley
Get something
posted
new lit.
today. Probably pancake wrap. Stanley posted today a meme. It was the winter boots that girls like to put on. He said, put them back because it got a little cool this morning. We had a little cool breeze,
Yeah,
so we
it's in
got
Florida. So we're in Florida,
we
and it
boosted
was
the
what,
thermos.
maybe what, 60 degrees?
Early this morning was 59 when we got up.
Yeah. Okay,
That's cold
it's a
enough.
big difference. 59
Ooh,
to 60. But yeah.
yeah,
So
those degrees they count.
for us, it's a little chilly
Hence my blanket.
in Florida. So yeah, are y'all ready for the holidays? Y'all ready for you know, the fall weather and
I am. I love and football. I don't know if y'all see the Cowboys been dominating.
the
Yeah.
What's up, Michael? Michael Williams, what's going on?
hmm
Them F's.
Hello, Michael. How are you? Thank you for joining.
Miss Britt. Hey, so
Hi.
the topic of discussion, we haven't started it yet, but the topic of discussion is, do women lose themselves when they're in a relationship, especially when they're in a marriage? What did Cedric say?
Who
Oh,
this Bruce Johnson?
what time y'all gonna get up? What time did y'all get up? Oh, okay.
Bruce Johnson say, you see what he said?
He must have been even colder when I guess when Cedric got up.
No, wait, my hand anyway. I'm talking about this clown on here.
Who you can call somebody a clown?
Bruce Johnson, so nice to see a black transgender man and woman together. Who are you, Bruce? Transgender man? We're
Yeah, he
gonna,
needs some attention,
yeah,
but I'm not sure
we
what he's
gonna
talking
keep
about.
it. We gonna
There's
keep
no
it
transgender
really,
man.
really,
So who would be the transgender man?
right.
And who we say transgender man? And why are we even paying attention? All right. Anyway, uh, oh, Dana say, how about the
Yeah,
Cowboys?
girl. How about yeah? No, we don't know him.
Do we know Bruce? No, we don't know. We don't know Bruce at all. Um. Anyway, but speaking of
Let's
that,
move on.
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah. Okay. Is this we gonna go there?
Dave Chappelle, the closer.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what y'all feel about this, but I absolutely love Dave Chappelle, and I was quite intrigued by what he had to say.
Yeah, I was really intrigued. I mean, and I like the ultimate thing is everybody's like, oh, we're gonna cancel him or they're boycotting, and I'm like, I mean, he put it out there. Let's sit down and have a conversation about this. I don't want to talk about this no more, but let's a conversation needs to be had. I'm like, have a conversation. All this extra stuff, go to him. I don't like people that throw rocks
Right.
and hide their hands.
And I've got to say that,
He,
yeah, I've got to say that for one, Dave Chappelle is a genius at his artistry,
that's his craft.
and he's masterful at it. And I didn't see a lie, not one lie.
It was hilarious. I mean, he doesn't. The main thing is he doesn't just single out a specific group or a specific cause or what have you. He talks
Well, he
about
does,
everybody.
but he does.
I mean, he'll single it out, but he talks about everybody. When if he throw a rock, it's like a shotgun.
Yeah,
It's gonna spray,
yeah.
and he's gonna hit everybody.
But he ended up saying on that his whole his stuff is usually toward the whites.
I mean, that's he said to in their face.
The whites. Yeah. All right. So hold on. Hey,
Hi,
Alicia.
Alicia.
Michael Williams excused the late response right before I sent the initial text.
Oh, no problem.
That's you?
No, I don't know. I guess he's talking about
Oh, okay.
this. Hey,
What up,
Joshua,
Josh?
how you doing?
Congratulations. Joshua is the
Woo!
newlywed. Josh, how many weeks, how many days have you been married?
Oh, everybody said
Yeah,
that.
everybody says she
Oh
looks like
God, Regina
Regina
King.
King.
Oh my goodness.
Miss Shirley is
Hey, Miss
on.
Shirley
Miss Shirley
Reed, how
is
you doing,
on.
darling?
Miss Shirley is on. Yeah, so everybody says that she looks like Regina King, and I've
Mhm.
gotten over the years that I look like
King Batch.
King Batch. That's how you pronounce it?
Yeah, King Batch. Andrew Batchelor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What up, Joe?
Hey, Joe. Lord, Joe has joined the live. What is he gonna say
All
tonight?
right, so we're about to jump into it. It's enough of you guys on. So we're talking about, do women um lose
Lose themselves.
themselves in a relationship, especially when they're in a marriage? All right, so I need to hear from the women. Um, how long have we been married? We've been married for
15
15
years.
years.
We actually celebrated 15 years October 1st.
Miss Terry, Minister Terry is on.
Hi, how you
I
doing?
need to hear more about this little boyfriend.
Okay, Mr. T, what's going on?
Yeah, that she got.
Yeah.
Miss Dee Dee, hey Miss Dee Dee, I appreciate y'all. 3 weeks and 3 days. Oh,
All
bet. So
right,
Josh has been married for 3 weeks, three
congratulations.
days. Can anybody beat that? Josh is newlywed. He's been married for 3 weeks, 3 days. Anybody can beat that?
Stop.
All right. So, yeah. So Cedric is answering the question that
Okay. That
women
women
say
say
that
they
they
lose
lose
themselves.
themselves. So, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? We've been married for 6 months.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Is it Tennille?
Tennille Britt. Congratulations.
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 Enjoy this
6 months.
time
6 months.
together.
6 months.
Yes.
So that's the question for tonight. Cedric has already said something. Do women lose themselves in a relationship, or especially in a marriage? So I need to hear from the women. What do you guys say? So a married man has commented, Cedric, saying that they say they do lose themselves. So I want to know, what does that mean? What does they lose themselves, mean? You want to answer
Yeah, I
if
can
you
start
you
answering.
lose yourself?
Um, most women, or a lot, I won't say most, a lot of women feel as if they lose their own identity. Um, like me, my last name was Marquita Green for forever, and then I got married. Green was chopped off, and I became Marquita Williams. So now I'm a whole new person to the public world. Ah, oh, I'm a new person. I'm Marquita Williams, no longer Marquita Green. At least by name. I don't know, Keita Green. That's what it- no longer, Marquita Green. And so that itself can make you feel like, who am I? I have to carve out this new image, to carve out this new personality, this new person, because I have taken on the name of my companion, my spouse, and now I'm no longer, oh, that's Marquita, that's Jar's wife, or that's Pastor Jay's wife, or that's Jade and Marcellus and our mama. Like, I am a whole person over here, but you've become somebody else.
So you feel like you lose yourself because you are now taking on the roles of mother, wife, blah blah.
Yes, and every other hat that you must is supposed to wear. You get stripped. Stripped. How you get a black man
So how are you
stripped?
losing yourself though?
Because
So why is it losing yourself instead of gaining?
and some people can see it as that you're actually gaining other responsibilities, other roles. You're being progressive and prosperous. Some women, on the other hand, see it as, I'm being stripped of my identity, and now I got to figure out how to get me back.
All right, so Cedric says, oh no, no, that's not Cedric. That's
Yeah.
Chantel. All right.
Hey girl.
I think, hey, Chantel, she says, I think we do. I think we lose ourselves. I think it's a gray area between losing yourself and respecting your spouse's wishes. What does that mean? What does that mean? Respecting your spouse's wishes. So to respect your spouse's wishes is to dial down who you are, or is it to lose yourself? Y'all help me out. Joe said he does believe some women do lose themselves.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
They have to
so
cook and clean.
Cedric says that losing themselves is they cook and clean.
Right.
They got to cook
I
and clean
mean,
now. Not got to, but they
oh,
they cook.
yeah.
What was that
I'm
look
just
for?
saying, they don't have to now.
Oh, okay, yeah, something like that.
Child, yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Some, yeah, they don't have to cook and clean, but yeah, I mean, we take on, okay, like say if you have a career spouse,
The woman is a
the
career woman.
woman is a career woman
Hmm.
or a career companion, whatever, however you swing. Um, that person can also be seen as the domestic one, to where they're expected to cook, they're expected to clean, they're expected to make sure that their king is waited on or taken care of in every way, shape, or form.
Okay.
Um, and they're expected to make sure things are straight at the house.
Right. So my question is this a problem? So when you say lose yourselves, to me
Mhm,
that's a negative connotation.
it can become a problem
Tamika
because
says we oftentimes put ourselves
that's what I
last.
was getting to. It could become a problem because you feel like you're being considerate for everyone else except for yourself. You don't feel like you're pushing yourself on the back burner to make sure everything and everyone else is straight and
But
taken care of. And
here
it's
it's
like, is anybody looking out for me the way that I'm looking out for everybody?
so here is for me how that hits my ears.
Okay.
It hits my ears in a way that it seems as if to now that you're a wife,
Mhm.
now that you are a wife for me, a mother for our children, and we're living this life together, when you say I'm losing myself or I feel like I've lost myself, um, it seems negative. And to me, when to say, I have to be all this stuff for everybody else, it's like, to me, it's like, aren't we doing that together? Isn't aren't or is not the man doing the same thing? Now he's become a husband. Now he's become a father. Not only that, but when you say I'm looking out for everybody else, who's looking out for me? That makes me to hear, well, that everything I'm doing as a husband is null and void or not enough because you still feel like you're losing yourself and you're trying to hold everything together. Josh says right. Let's define losing yourself. That's what I want to figure out too.
Losing
I do agree,
yourself.
Lady Young.
It's like you get lost um in the everyday life of what needs to be done, what needs to be taken care of. And like I said, you put yourself on the back burner. What if I need to go to the doctor's appointment? Well, my children may have to have testing that day. So I have to cancel my doctor's appointment to make sure I get the kids where they need to be on time. That's pushing myself and my health and my well being to the side. And then, you have to come home, make sure everybody eats because what if y'all come home? It's just like an unrealistic or unspoken expectation that the mom is supposed to take care of the children, and that means make sure they have the right size underclothes, the right size clothes, shoes, make sure they're fed, make sure they get up on time, make sure their homework is done. And that's just the children. You got to make sure groceries are in the house, make sure we have breakfast, lunch, and dinner prepared or available to be prepared. Make sure, ooh, there's a lot of stuff coming
But
in.
wait, wait,
Good
wait,
Lord.
but I mean, I hear what you're saying, but to me, that sounds like this stereotypical situation, and
But it's not stereotypical
but that's not always the case. You know what I mean?
for the majority of women.
All right. Okay,
That's the role that we float into.
but I think that role that you say the majority of the women flow into, for one, is not that it's always demanded
Hmm.
by the man.
True.
And thus these are the demands of my husband, whether they are strong aggressive demands or just or very politely put demands, but these are the requirements of myself as a wife and as a mother from my husband, and I got to do this almost as if you become Molly the maid or the stepdaughter,
Stepford wives.
Cinderella,
Hmm. Well, that's why I say
the stepdaughter. What was she? What was how you?
stepdaughter.
No, Cinderella was the one that was cleaning everything. She was doing all the work. She was the one that was being neglected.
Hmm.
Uh, and that's why that's my issue. And I think some of that is that the woman has put in her mind that this is the societal way to become or to be a wife or to be a mother because this is the expectation that I see is upon me. Whether that is being
A choice or
demanded
demanded.
uh, by the husband or even by the children or not, but it's like this is what I'm supposed to do because this is what I've seen, this is what society
Right.
says and shows that a woman is supposed to be. So thus the feeling of losing yourself, I think sometimes is self-imposed.
Yes. Well, that's why I said it's unspoken because this is the environment that we grew up in, or this is what I saw growing up, or this is what was told to me or explained to me that as a woman you set the tone for your household or the atmosphere in your house. You want your house clean, you make sure it's clean. You want your house peaceful, you make sure it's peaceful. You want
But
food on the table,
yeah,
you make sure you do that.
and I get that. But that sounds so one-sided.
It's not one sided. It's just the women are more vocal about it. One,
What
I
is
think so. The women are more vocal about it, which is why this whole topic is: do women lose themselves in a relationship or in a marriage? Because we're more vocal about it because we feel as if it's the weight of it all is on us because of our emotions. We wear a lot of our emotions on our sleeves
all right.
and on our faces,
All
and
right.
so you're going to hear it from us because we're going to express it.
It's not
We're
about
going to
the it's
show
not
it.
about the hearing it. Even if you never hear it, it's the thought that you think that I've lost myself because of these responsibilities. Tamika
And another
says,
thing, because we're like mainly is because the whole consideration piece. We feel like day in and day out we are considering everyone else, but maybe we don't want to get up and we want to get up and just go get our hair done, our nails
I
done,
get
our
it.
nails done, or whatever. But
But
we
I
don't
get
have
that. But
that
my
luxury because
that's not. So
we
my
don't have
issue is
that
that no, no,
luxury.
no. My issue is that I guess I'm trying to think, put myself in the mind of a woman, trying to understand a woman because you do have that luxury to do whatever it is that you want to do, and just like the man, you have responsibility.
Right.
So rarely do you hear the man saying, I've lost myself, when I got married. And he may be a stay-at-home dad. He may be the domestic one. He may be the one that's actually doing the cooking and cleaning. Or he may not be any of those. He may be the one that's making sure there's a roof over you guys' head and taking care of just providing and protecting and cutting the grass and making sure the family feels safe. He's being the girl dad or the boy dad to his children, going to the basketball games, and maybe the woman's not ever going to the basketball games because she'll make the snacks ready for them to go, but she don't necessarily want to go. But here's the thing: you don't hear that coming from the man that I've lost myself because hey, this is my life and I have embraced it and I'm good.
And maybe a lot of times also women feel like they can't do the things that they used to do when they were not family women,
Right.
or
But those are the things that I feel are self-imposed.
and then they start to resent
But what are you resenting? Are you resenting
the
uh,
decisions that they made.
that they made, that you made, not the decisions that were you can't get your hair
It's
done
not
no
no, it's
more.
not forced upon it,
Yeah.
but you start weighing. I mean, your options. I mean, if you have X amount of dollars, what's more
But
important?
that's what I'm saying though. I mean, the
So
men do
I can
this.
choose, and then wait. If you choose, okay, let me choose to live this luxury life. F all y'all. I'm gonna do me and only consider me. Now I'm a deadbeat mama, or now I am a no good wife. Oh, she's selfish, or she this, and it's like yes, we choose to be considerate of
Come
the
back here.
lifestyle that we chose. We choose to be considerate of the people that we've invited and allowed into our homes or into our lives. And at the same time, it's just hard for us to find a
But I
balance
guess what I'm after is where did the problem come in? Like when did it happen?
when
And
you feel like
who?
there was an unbalance.
Yeah, but who did that?
It's not a who did that. Life did that
But when you say, and but
because
often
stuff is
when a woman
has to
says
get done.
she feels like she's losing her identity when she became your wife, losing herself. It's usually pointed at the husband, like because of you that I've lost myself, or
Some people
being
do
with
do
you
that.
that I've lost my identity. You know what I mean?
Now
And
some of us do
so
that.
that's what I'm asking. Where does that? Don't answer that yet. We got a lot of comments here.
Ooh, let's go back.
All right, so
I need another refill.
I think we are raised that way and we adapted that role. Yes.
Hmm.
We forget what interests us because we have been inadvertently stripped of who we are.
Strict. Hmm.
But see, I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong, but that's where I have the issue. Who stripped you? And why do you feel stripped when you are adding to yourself the pleasure of being someone's wife? You're adding to, and yeah, that's a pleasure for you as a wife, a person, a woman, and you and the husband as well. You're adding to yourself the pleasure of raising children. Where did you get stripped? And yeah, that's what I don't understand. All right,
I guess because it's no longer just that female anymore, that person
all right,
anymore. It's
hold
no
on a
longer
second.
just me.
That's not fair, lady. Men do the same thing. Yeah, absolutely. So Alicia says, if we leave it up to the man to do all that, it will never get done.
No, I
That's
said stuff has to get done.
yeah, but see, that's so
Because a lot of
it's
men feel a lot of stuff that women do that's minuscule. I don't have time for that. I got to go out here and get this money. I got to go out here and do this. And the women saying, okay, I have to get this money too, but I also have to
But
make
see,
sure.
but that's if that's that case. I think we're being so very specific in these cases. When all these cases, to get a true premise,
Hmm.
we have to really have a more general situation because you got some women who work
Hmm.
and who do the domestic things at the house.
Hmm.
And the man works and does some domestic things at the house. That's one scenario. Then you got another scenario where the woman does not work, takes care of all the children and domestic things at the house, and the man does work. And perhaps he doesn't really help out with the stuff at the house. So that those scenarios can continue to go on and on and on. So my thing is that because the scenarios will change, they change according to what is necessary in that particular home, and you have both man and woman or whatever the situation may be, in their relationship working out whatever their culture has become.
But they
But
have to
but I
convey
mean,
that because when you go into a relationship, you don't really go into it knowing every situation.
no, you don't. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that whatever that scenario is, and you've chosen to do these things, what's the losing yourself? That's to me. To when you say you're losing yourself, to me that seems as if there is grave regret.
Well, like I said, a lot of stuff you used to do, you don't do anymore, or you cannot do.
So what are you
choose
regretting?
not to do anymore. They regret the time.
What
Like
time?
I should have had more time doing whatever I was doing before I settled down. They could regret who they connected with. They could regret making certain decisions, having children early. And then a lot of stuff a lot of decisions that they made, they can't get it back. They can't take it back. So they start resenting.
But that's what I'm saying. Well, what is the regret? I mean, I don't get. I say, all right. Josh says, but what would y'all say about individual goals? My wife is a teacher, and also in current process now with other women, then trying to balance everything, especially with her being married. Well, this conversation, I hope will help. Here's what I here's what I think. I think for whatever reason, the woman thinks that she should stop existing as herself and become everything to everybody else. No one has given you that request or has demanded that.
Some people do. You are my wife now, so this is what is expected.
Yeah, okay, but let's not talk about those extremes.
Well, we're gonna talk about you just saying in general.
Yes.
Okay.
If we're all in the middle, we balance. To me, I see both the woman and the man, or man and man, whatever your situation is, woman and woman, are doing the same thing, balancing it out. You know what I mean? I'm at Marcella's in school. I'm Marcella's dad. I'm Jay's dad, just like you just said. You know, you're their mom. When I'm down in Fort Lauderdale, oh, that's Marquita's husband. That's the preacher. That's Marquita's husband. You know, so it's the same thing. But I don't feel like,
visiting.
huh?
You're just visiting. You're not.
If you were, if
Okay,
we lived there, it would still be the same thing. If people don't know me, that know you, you're like Glenn, Dana. That's Marquita's husband. They don't know me, and so I don't feel like I've lost myself. You know, I get up. There's a lot of stuff in this house that don't look like me, don't smell like me, and I did not choose. A lot of stuff that we do in this house. We got white, there's certain type of towels, certain type of rags that are you and has nothing to do with me. I don't feel like I lost myself. The cars that we have, those are yours. I'm like,
you got your Mustang.
Come on now.
And your Beamer.
Those cars is out there. Most of them,
Two of them.
most of we bought have been because of you. Nope. You want me to go down the list?
Go down the list.
The ex aviator.
Jarvis.
That wasn't me. That was the children. We needed something that could suit them. That wasn't me.
Aviator Jarvis. X5. Saw Jarvis.
No, I had to stop before you.
No, you didn't.
Ain't got nothing to do with you.
Before we got married. But
no.
We used
Protege.
I had that before you. No,
it's
we
same
had it
thing.
together.
All right, so don't talk about. See how you be trying to. What?
We was together when I got.
I didn't buy that for us.
Okay,
you didn't buy that for us.
Start from the beginning then.
Anyway, girl, I'm not gonna.
Aviator X5.
Aviator had nothing to do with me. See, that was me being a husband and a father. I would have bought something convertible. So that is not convertible. But that's not in my corner. I bought that for the family.
Okay, what did you buy for you? 2 Beamers?
No. The X5, yours.
X5 was mine. What for my children?
Oh, not for the children. Girl, let's get this out. Can we please move on?
No.
The man can also become comfortable in the everyday routine of the woman as well. All right. I'm sorry, y'all. We got.
And that's true. That's what a lot of women are saying, because a lot of men get comfortable, or a lot of one companion or one partner can be comfortable and figure it's gonna get done.
But see, that's
So that's why
on
you come
both
home, pick their
sides,
feet up, and just chill.
right? And that's why you can go in the refrigerator and cut on lights because you feel like it's gonna get done because he's gonna take care of the bills.
You can't go out because you paid it.
So that go on both sides.
It does. It does. I think.
But because because
the
the man, see what I'm saying? It's a double standard. Because the man is not, up changing the diaper, washing the dishes, doing the laundry, but
built the manual labor.
but there would be no laundry to do, no lights, no water, no food, no plates to put food on, no diapers to change. If he
didn't work and put the money in together.
Oh, so now it's it's a double standard. I'm done.
Go now. She gotta go out.
All right, so wait a minute. Cedric says, "Do men lose themselves?" Nah, she's fine.
She won't stop barking.
Hey, relax. Sit down. Down. All right, do men lose themselves in working long hours, paying bills? Exactly. Changing oil, putting air in the tires, mowing the lawn. Wait a minute. It don't matter. Does it matter? Killing spiders.
Roaches.
And if those are the roles, which roles are just fluid now, but if those are the roles these typical roles that are really fluid now, if those are the roles, he still is asked, hey, can you help me put the baby down? Can you help me feed the baby? Can you help me wash the dishes? So but you're not gonna kill this spider.
No.
You're not gonna change this oil.
No, definitely. I pay for it.
You're not gonna even do that. You gonna call me.
I'm gonna call you and say, hey, this costs this much.
Why?
So you can know we have a joint account.
So I can pay for it.
So you can know. This is how much it's gonna be.
Dana says, and the woman can become comfortable in the everyday routine of the man too. Yes. Absolutely. Let the Lord use. Okay. Joe says, actually, you're supposed to lose your old self. You are now as one with yourself and your spouse. So you are now not one person.
Joe, we're not.
And it comes with new roles. All right. Let's see what else.
Jessica.
A whole lot of pleasure brings a whole lot of pain. Pleasure shouldn't bring pain.
What does it say?
A whole lot of pleasure. I know we're going backwards, guys. I'm sorry. So we missed a lot of this. We're going backwards. So Tamika said a whole lot of pleasure brings a whole lot of pain. Yeah and no. What'd you say?
That sounds so sexual.
I mean, I get that. I'm not even going. I get that. A whole lot of pleasure can bring a whole lot of pain. Because I mean, just having a baby is painful, but it brings a whole lot of pleasure. I get that. All right, right. The only stripping we need is between our. Okay.
See.
He's not safe. Good evening, everybody. Hey, Carissa.
Hey, girl. I hope you enjoyed your
And Christina McKenzie.
Hi.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I'm very frustrated and was thinking about getting a divorce.
No.
You said 6 months. Because I'm so tired of working and doing the chores, I really don't feel appreciated, and I addressed it over and over again. Now let's talk. Let's talk. All right, let's talk. Now let's talk. So here we are. So what's her name?
It was Tennille.
Tennille. Wait a minute. Everyone else has a schedule with. We are squeezing in time for us.
We are squeezing in time.
I think that's oh gosh. I think that's we. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. So, what's her name again, baby? Tennille says that she's doing this and she doesn't feel appreciated.
She's addressed it.
She's addressed it and she doesn't feel appreciated over and over and over again. Mm-hmm. So here are some issues. We often come into marriage with unrealistic expectations and unspoken unrealistic expectations. And then we also come in with the dream idea or ideal way to be a spouse. Mm-hmm. As a wife, this is the ideal way I'm supposed to be. Mm-hmm. And then as a husband, this is the ideal way I'm supposed to be, which may not and usually do not work with the chemistry that is you and your companion. Right. The ideal way of society does not mean that it is the ideal way for you and your companion. And so thus you have these issues where your ideals and your unrealistic expectations of roles and who should do this, who should do that, begin to cloud and frustrate the relationship. And you're uh, trying to be this wife who, in your mind, because I think somebody said it, your grandparents didn't like this, or your mama didn't like this, and society through TV shows, through movies, through songs. What's the you can have whatever you like, and what's the one with cater to your man, Beyonce. They begin to uh, uh, train your mind into creating this ideal that is unrealistic. And so, but you go in because you're really in love and you really want this to work.
And you really want to please.
And you want to please, and you really want this to work, and you really want this dream to be reality, and you come in pressing the the pressure on
The other person.
acting in this role that is unrealistic.
Even and the guys, sometimes they want to feel celebrated,
right,
when they come home, or make sure this is that is on the table. My wife is here, whatever, or my person is here. The house is set.
All unrealistic expectations. When I come in, she's supposed to have everything set. She's supposed to greet me at the door and be so happy that I'm home and have the kids taken care of and ready to have sex whenever whenever I'm ready.
Right.
These are unrealistic expectations. These are the dreams. These are the ideals that are not realistic. Here is, I think, is where the friction is going to come in. That often these ideals, these unrealistic expectations, this dream role was not is self-imposed. It's not given to you. What's wrong?
I'm listening.
It's self. Now, some of it may come from your spouse or your companion. Like, hey man, I thought you was going. I came in. I got attitude because I came in and you didn't do this or you didn't do that, or I did this and you didn't do that. And so you're like, dang, I didn't know you want me to do that. And so now maybe you've added that pressure from your spouse, but a lot of it is already there from yourself. This is how this relationship is supposed to be. This is how the relationship is supposed to go. And thus, you're living in the unrealistic expectation and you're going to be disappointed every single day.
And a lot of times, couples can.
Maybe I said that too fast. And you're going to be disappointed every single day.
A lot of times, couples can compare themselves to other couples.
Right.
Like you said, what they see in society, or their house is always X, Y, Z. Why's can't be like that.
Mm-hmm. And then often, like, what's her name again?
Tennille.
Tennille said about feeling unappreciated. Often feeling unappreciated comes from, again, some immaturity, maybe on both parts. One, because that whatever it is you need to feel appreciated, because you may need to be praised, you may need to be acknowledged or recognized that you did such and so, or you may need a gift, or you may need affection. And because if they say, oh, you did this or you did that, may not do it for you to feel appreciated. You may need the hug and affection, or you need whatever the case may be. You may need to be dated to feel appreciated. So that's, again, like Marquita said, it could be unspoken that perhaps that person really does appreciate you, but
they're not
don't
speaking your language
and don't know how to make you know that they appreciate you by speaking your language, because perhaps you never told them that when I don't mind doing, and this is what I hear a lot of women say, yeah, I do this and I do that, and he don't do that, but I don't mind doing it. Well, if you don't mind doing it, then why are we having a discussion about it?
Because they want to know that, okay, you see what I'm doing, and they want to feel appreciated.
And that's the issue.
Come home with flowers, come home with gifts, come home with some snacks or something to
Right.
make me know you were thinking about me, and you see what I did. Some women need that.
And that's the issue, though, that if that's not spoken, you don't even know if he will do that. But then again, you may have two selfish people, which, usually we do, two selfish people together saying, okay, cool, I don't mind, coming home with flowers and coming home with wine and coming home with, a pair of shoes for you because you did this, because you did that, da, 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 da. All right, well then, exactly. Like, you need to be bent over because, I came home with the check, you know what I mean?
Most of us can't be the victim now. Okay, hold on. Ah, it's a bunch of stuff.
What was that? We missed that.
That was Untitled Chapter. Beyonce wrote that song
Oh,
after passing the brain.
I am her to assist. That's a great sign of appreciation.
Asking them to assist. Okay. Um, Joe says, when you get married, two become one. So you're supposed to lose yourself. You are new. You have a new life and a new role.
Which is true though. I mean, he's not lying. You know, he's. I mean, it's true. But here's the
Oh
thing.
my God.
It is very true. But here's what I think. This is what we're talking about. The woman. The woman after a while is like, I want what I was and this.
Mm-hmm.
But as Joe is saying, you become. It's like when you go to a new job. Whatever you did at the last job, you need to lose that
Right, because
and
you're
become whatever it is that this particular employer is requesting of you in order to make this particular job and position function well, and for you to do well in this position. Well, I used to be able to wear this to work, and I only had to work these hours, and that's fine at that last job because that's what it
or
took
with that last supervisor.
over that last supervisor. But in this position, in this job, with this particular supervisor, maybe in the same job, you have to lose that old and become new.
Accustomed to
And I think what if it is the case that women are saying, hey, we lose ourselves, it's probably because it's like I want to bring all of my old in and still be that and new to you. So it's like let me separate myself. I'll be all that for you, but let me also be all of this. And that's where the battle I think comes in because you try to be everything to everybody and to yourself. Let me separate this and I'll be all that for y'all, but I have to put that down so I can also be all of that I was.
Which
And
is why I
perhaps
say the battle comes in when there is unbalance. It's not balanced because if you can consider yourself, it's not bringing all so quote unquote the old in because some stuff you're going like he said you're gonna have to shed because you're a whole new person now. You're joining with someone else, so now you guys are becoming one. So you guys have to work together, think together, operate together as one. So you have to, women, you have to share your thoughts in a way where your companion can receive them, and vice versa. You can't just like some people say, oh, I told him I'm not like this. You can tell him to you blue in the face. If he's not getting it and it's not an epiphany or a revelation for him, it's not registering, then you're just gonna be talking to you blue in the face and you're still gonna have these issues. So you have to understand that yes, coming into a relationship or marriage for something long term, it's gonna require some shedding and at the same time because when you sift stuff, you
mhm.
make room for more.
All right. So Carissa says the skills you learn should carry over to your new position.
I mean, if you learn a skill, you learn that skill. That's just something you learn. You may not use that same skill in a new position,
Right. Yeah.
but
Or
that's
you
just that
may.
is, or you may, right? But you have learned that skill. What?
That's Cedric acting a plum fool. We cannot have these lives without Cedric on. If he's not on,
Oh
we
my
need to
God!
we need to stop.
And then even with that,
What
we have
was?
to say women have to learn to how to wear multiple hats. It's the learning how to wear it. I
So I
guess.
don't necessarily. Let me pause and interject. I don't necessarily buy into that
The
cliche
technique.
because it's the same me or same you, and you're just doing other things.
It's like Chuck. Oh, I'm done yet. I'm not wearing that hat right now. So right now I have to think as a mama. Take that off. Now I have to be the wife to my husband. Take that off. Now I have to be to go out into the world and be the career woman. Then
I think
sometimes
that I think that's where it gets foggy because it's like you are trying to be five different people
it's I don't think
instead of being the one person.
you can be the you are we are being the one person, but for a woman, I guess when I go back to the Bible when it says women are the weaker vessel, we are being used just like the men are being used to do whatever they need to do. But we honestly we can't handle too much weight.
Pause.
There are different weights.
Pause. All right. So if you can't handle that much weight, then why put it on you?
It's not even that we don't realize a lot of times that we are putting this weight on us ourselves, or that if something is being put on us, a lot of times we don't say, wait a minute, stop, I can't do this, or I'm not gonna do that. I don't feel like doing that.
Women have to know how to be a mother, wife, a thought, caretaker, etc. It sounds like women want to be celebrated without celebrating. So Carissa said women wants to be. I mean, women have to.
I mean,
Y'all sound like y'all complaining.
no, I think men take it as that. A lot of times they're just venting because, like I just said, women are naturally the weaker vessel. If we have a lot on us, we gotta talk. We need to get it
No, I
out.
get that, baby. But the whole I've lost myself. So when a person says that, then what are you looking for? If you're trying to find yourself again, trying to find your identity again, then what are you looking for?
What
Huh?
are we looking for?
Yeah. When a woman says I've lost myself, what is she looking for? Like what is she trying to
I
find
think
or refine or go get back again? 'Cause that's usually what that means. If I lost, I got to go get it back again.
for me, I think it's consideration and peace, peace of mind.
So I just want you to what that sounds like to the ears of a man. I'm married to you. We're building this life together. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, you're a father, you're a husband, and we're doing all this together. But I ain't got no peace because I'm having to be the wife to you, and I'm having to be the woman. I mean, I'm sorry, the mother. To me, it's like I mean, scratch that. I'm having to do the motherly things. I'm having to do the wifely things. I'm having to do the career woman things, instead of being. I'm doing,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not being. And of course, if you're not being and just doing, you get tired of doing.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's where the woman needs to learn to be.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I can agree to that. It's a lot of comments coming in.
Go
They
ahead.
look lengthy. I can agree. I can agree some ways. Uh, do y'all do marriage counseling? Because we need it. Yes, we do.
Yes, we
Please
do.
invite us after this live.
Yeah, we do. Wait. I don't want to go over that too quickly. And that's for anybody. We do marriage counseling. We've been doing it for uh, over a decade plus.
Yeah. Marriage
Um,
counseling, relationship counseling, couples counseling. Yeah.
right. I believe in it. It works. And it's not for us. It's not just mediation. It's not just us getting into the middle of your argument, but it's
Right.
helping you understand
You.
you
Mm-hmm.
and trying and not trying, but helping you mesh you with your spouse
Mm-hmm.
and work it together. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, you can inbox us and we will send you the information that you need. She means she's now going to put herself first from this point on. Okay.
And a lot of times that's what a lot of women do. That's because
But
of
I don't.
resentment, and then that's because they've gotten
But when that happens, I'm gonna put myself
worn
first.
out.
This point on, that is a negative connotation.
It can be good because and it can
That
be a
means
negative
you are
action.
mad, you are bitter, you
Exactly.
are resentful, and it's like, where did this come from?
Because
And
they
that is
feel
to say,
like they're
okay,
not
well,
being.
he put himself first the whole time,
That's how
and
a lot of women feel. Some women can feel that way.
yeah.
Because, like I've shared with you, I feel worn out. I want to be
But
dated.
but
Listen, they want to go out on dates. They want to do everything that they've done before. Like, we used to date, we used to go out to dinner. A lot of times, it's no date nights. It's nothing. It's just work, 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 work. And take care of this, take
but
care
how
of this,
about
take care of
when
that. That is
the
tiresome. But then, we're supposed to bend over. After we worn out from doing all this manual labor and mental labor,
mhm.
now get poked.
What but if you gonna go on a date, you remember
You
now?
may want to get
Wait,
poked after
listen,
that.
listen though. When you were single, date meant poked.
No, it didn't
So
mean that all the
don't
time.
go on a date now,
It didn't mean that
and we
all the
just go
time.
into the house
No, it didn't mean
to
that
go
all
to
the time.
sleep.
We're gonna have a great time. We're gonna get some dinner. We're gonna have a great time, and then I see you later. And I get poked when I'm ready to
It
get poked.
depends
A lot
on
of times
now.
that's how it
It
works.
depends on what I bought you to eat.
That's in your mind.
Chicken fingers?
Guthrie's.
Yeah, maybe not. Anything ribs and up?
Nah, you poking yourself tonight.
All right. As a woman is saying she lost herself, she's saying that she wants to focus on just herself
at the
at
moment.
that moment. I can't pour it from an empty cup. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I mean, I'm not. I guess I'm not denying what you guys are saying, but I guess I'm looking for the balance. Like, and I'm looking like, where did that come from? And then to me, I think to me, the woman needs to figure out how did she get there, and not blame the husband or the children for getting there. How did you get here? It has nothing to, not nothing, but it has very little to do with what they did, what the children took from you, what the man took from you.
A lot of times, a lot of women take on the need for okay, not need, but the responsibility of fulfilling the needs of the person, the home, the children, the
But
spouse,
why? Why do
because
you
they feel
feel
like
that's just, that's
it's a
that?
choice though.
No, there's the question. Why do you feel that you needed to be all things to everybody? What in you does that satisfy?
It's a nurturing thing.
Yeah, but that may be your own issue that you
Correct.
needed to feel that that you were this and you were that and you needed to be the rescue person. You needed to be the person that took care of everybody. That may not have been demanded, nor may not have been necessary. However, if you're doing that, that guy may and
He
he's
gonna fall
yeah
back.
he'll fall back.
Mhm.
It may not be necessary, it may not be demanded. I'm good. I can do all the stuff that you're doing, or we're gonna do it together. But if you needed to feel needed, if you needed to feel that you were the rescuer to everybody, and that you were the one who the
The glue
umbrella
that's holding it together.
for everybody or the glue that's holding it together. Maybe that's something innate in you that
That
you
could
needed to
be.
satisfy, and now you're tired of that.
That could be, and it also could be that I've been shown time and time and time and time and time again that if I don't do it, it's not going to get done because this person has fallen back, or this person just simply not going to do this. But this is what I want for my family, or this is what my family, I feel my family needs. Let me go ahead and do this. And it could be as heavy as we need to have this discussion because this is what love looks like to me. This is what whatever feels like to me, and I need you to understand that.
So my thing is that, and I agree with that. Even Carissa said she has to recapture herself in order to fulfill all other roles. I get that. Here's what I'm asking though for all the women to do: that if you decide that you need to recapture yourself because you feel like you've lost yourself or whatever the case may be, approach that without blaming him.
Hmm. That's a mistake
Because
that a lot of women make.
right,
It's
because
true.
your first statement was, I took your name, I stripped my name, and I know who I am. All that is, you are the problem, Mr. Husband, is because of my life with you. That's
It just sound like that.
that's what it sounds. So if you feel empty, I think Tamika said,
Yeah, some people feel.
you
Yeah,
can't
I feel
feel,
depleted.
you
Like
can't
I don't have nothing
pour
to
from
give.
an empty. Fine, but don't put that blame.
Or don't come as if it's a burden.
Right. If you need to be replenished and you say, I'm not doing this.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Because if you can control your body, we like you
Oh.
say poking, we ain't poking tonight. Well, you can also control your hands and whether you gonna wash the dishes
Hmm.
or whether you're gonna do that or whatever you say. All the list of things
And some
that
women go on strike, so y'all gonna live in pills. Y'all
yeah,
ain't gonna eat nothing unless you do it yourself. But I think that's where the maturity comes in, to where
you
we
train
need to
people how
have
to treat you.
right.
Go ahead.
We
I'm
need
sorry.
to have these conversations, and it before it gets to the point where I'm just tired. You know what? I'm going on strike, or you know what? That's it. I had enough of this. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of this. I'm always doing that. Before we get to that point, when you notice you're starting to be a little worn out, or you're starting to get tired of something, or you notice, wait a minute, I'm doing a lot of excess, extra stuff, whatever you make it as extra. Sit down and have these conversations. Can we make a schedule? And always try to think, always think positive, not try to think positively. Have the end goal in mind, whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
The end goal is for us to live peaceably among one another.
Mm-hmm.
The end goal is to make sure the children are fed. How
Mm-hmm.
can we do that together?
You have
Give and
a
take,
talk.
give and take. Right. We have to actually sit down, and that's why we say a marriage is work,
Oh, it's definitely
because
work.
you have to work together. Yes, you'll become one now, but we still got two brains up here.
Right.
He's thinking one way, I'm thinking another.
Right. Now,
so we have to get some common ground.
like what Jessica said. Jessica says sometimes you can lose yourself. As a person, you have to remind yourself who you are and pull yourself back and take time for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
She says, I love being a mom and I love being a wife, but sometimes it's a lot.
That's true.
To me, that's a
True
more
statement.
fair statement.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes
Not,
it's a lot.
I took your name and I gave you these children what's like what Cole said earlier. I only got your children because of you. You put that seed in me, and I bore your children. I took your name. You know what I mean? I'm only doing these things because I'm a wife to you. You know what I mean? I live here because of you.
Okay.
A verse is I love being a wife. I love being a mom, and sometimes it's a lot because
That's a true statement.
I take that statement over the others because it is true for both. I love being a husband. I love being a father, and sometimes it's a lot.
And right, not but sometimes, because but would negate everything you said.
Right,
And sometimes it's a lot.
it's a lot.
It's a lot of pressure.
And
Or
in those sometimes,
it's
that doesn't
draining.
mean what we are, what we do wrong is when it becomes a lot, we fight the ones that are around us,
Right.
and we blame the ones that are around us, and we
close-
kill the ones that are around us. So if a man even gets there, where I love being a husband and I love being a father, but I'm at a point where it's a lot. It's you getting on my nerves. Y'all getting on my nerves. I'm doing all this for y'all, and I ain't doing it for me. So you stop blaming and blaming.
That's what
And
that's it.
right,
That's what me. I'm putting me first.
and that's a childish statement.
That's not progressive.
Mm-mm. Progressive is, hey,
What can I do?
it's a lot right now.
You gotta regroup.
I am exhausted. I'm wore out. Okay, babe, what do you need?
Yeah. I mean, even then, just that statement, I started thinking. Some people could say, okay, listen, don't worry. Some spouses be like, okay, listen, don't worry about the kids. I got them tonight. You just go here, give you a couple dollars. Or they say, you go do what you need. Go get you a drink. Go take you a bubble bath or whatever, because they understand you're human just like I'm a human, and I'm gonna have those days where I'm like, you know what? Not not another. Don't call my name no more.
And give yourself the permission to have those. Give one another the permission to have those days, and be considerate of the other person when you're having that day. Because there's no need to snap. There's no need to be mean. And the person has to assume, oh, she must be having that day, or he must be having one of them days where it's a lot. Because you didn't snap, because you're mean, because you're nasty, you're impossible to be around more than 5 minutes. That's not maturity. Maturity is, look, I don't know, like I'm like none of y'all right now. I don't want to do nothing. I gotta go to work, or I gotta do whatever I gotta do, do what I gotta do. But so you need to figure out what the heck do you need in those moments. You know what I mean? What do you need? Do you need?
Sometimes you don't really know. Just give me some silence so I can gather my thoughts, and then if you can come to your companion, your spouse, and say in a maturely in a way that they can understand. Okay, right now you just need not this. I don't know exactly what you need, but you don't need this right now. Then there comes the not fix it, but they'll come in and say, hey, the way you brought it to them, you'll receive a different answer. It won't be an argument. It won't be a fussing thing. Or ain't nobody told you to do that. No, because now I'm hearing your heart. I'm not just hearing you nagging or blaming me for whatever it is that I didn't tell you to go work at that job today. You went to work,
Right.
whatever.
Right.
I didn't tell you got your stretch mark. I didn't do that.
And
So then you'll start to feel appreciated because you feel like you were heard and you feel
that's
understood.
that's the point. Feeling like you were heard.
Right.
And a selfish man, an immature man, come on back up, will only hear what he's going to lack if the machine of his wife and the mother shuts down.
Right.
That's an immature man. That's a selfish man. Uh, because for one, he needs to make sure he is oiling that machine, he is gassing that machine up, he's polishing that machine so that it always just glides smoothly and wants to glide. But if he gets mad, well, I'm just all this other back and forth. That's probably because there's some selfishness and some immaturity there because he doesn't want whatever that machine is producing to stop.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead.
First, it says women have to communicate to her man that she needs to take a day off just herself, or just take a day for herself, and do whatever she needs to do to fill her cup, and vice versa. Yes,
Yes.
women, yes, they need to do that, but also the men. I mean, we have to think about.
You see what Jessica said?
Yeah,
It's a lot right
exactly,
now.
exactly,
I'm gonna drink some water.
exactly, exactly. So I mean, the men, we have to understand that we don't really look at it like that from a male's point of view. And a lot of men that are mature and that have the mindset of I'm going to take care of my family whether she works or not. This is the responsibility and this is the blessing that God has given me. So I'm going to make sure I do right by it. I'm going to make sure the mortgage is paid. I'm going to make sure the lights are on, whatever. A lot of men, that's a lot of weight for them to carry. But men being a stronger vessel, they're able to carry it and wear it more better than we are.
Carissa said sometimes us women may need y'all to put it down on us in the bedroom too.
That's true. We sometimes they want to feel the passion. They want to feel the stress.
Oh, the
Relieve
pressure.
your stress.
Oh, the pressure. All right, it's 9:31. Bye.
Ah, don't do that. Y'all have any questions? I can't believe you.
I
So
like to
I
make
would
sure we
say
stop at our
to the
time. Listen, y'all have this has been a great conversation.
yeah, 'cause we've been going.
But it's 9:31 and I don't want to go too far over our time. So any questions real quick before we kiss and say goodnight?
Hmm. Are you sure to still up?
Probably. I have a lot to look forward to. Yes. You
Oh
have a
yes,
lot to
and we
work.
have a lot to talk about.
Yes,
Talk about. Look forward to.
and you got a lot to work on.
Mm-hmm. Cedric, you are a mess.
All right, real quick, we got to go. In a word, one word. Marriage is
Blank.
in a word. Quick, quick, quick. Fire them off. Fire them off. What y'all say? Marriage is. This was good. Have a good night.
You too, Alicia.
Who do they reach out to for counseling? If you just inbox us and just say I want counseling and put your
Also,
email.
yeah, send your email address. Our team can send you some information.
Yeah.
Marriage is duty. Marriage.
Fun.
What is Joe saying?
Marriage is dot dot dot. Curtis says
Wonderful.
marriage is wonderful.
Hey, Curtis.
Marriage is love.
Mm-hmm.
Work. That's my
Tell
answer, Miss
Miss
Shirley.
Shirley B. That's right.
Marriage is work. What? Joe said, man.
Say what it is.
Marriage is,
Workable.
man,
What you mean?
workable. What you make it? I said a
Exciting.
word, Carissa. I have to argue with Carissa every week. Chantel says marriage is exciting.
It is an adventure.
That's what you say?
Marriage is an adventure.
I say marriage is work. Not good or bad, but it's definitely work.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think that's enough.
Stop hitting me, fool.
All right. That's
Unpredictable.
unpredictable.
Okay. See that guy. Leave you later.
Marriage is school.
Joe. Ah!
He keep wanting to be the
He our assistant.
the deep city councilman.
Leave him alone. ED.
So I guess y'all ain't see my beautiful.
I
What?
was sitting here thinking, like, where's Ebony?
At the top. Oh, there go Ebony. What up, Ebony? Ebony, top fan, number one.
Alright, who is that top there?
Yeah, what up,
She
Ebony?
coming for good spot.
Have a great evening. All right.
Yeah, okay, good.
Mwah.
I had some away.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.
Hey, wait. Share this. Share this, please. And make sure you go over to our YouTube account, How to Make Love Work. And we got some episodes coming out pretty soon. All right, share this. All right, guys.
Bye.